Hello. We've been called by our baptism to be prophets. But when I say the word evangelization, especially street evangelization, I believe the response of most of us is kind of like the two characters down at the bottom of this slide. Oh, no, not me. I'm not going to go stand on a street corner with a Bible. And in fact, that's not really what evangelization is. As the subtitle says, maybe even talk about God. Evangelization is more about sharing our faith in a personal relationship with other people. And I'd like to take you on a little bit of a journey uh, through evangelization and why this is important and what we are going to be doing in April and in May here in this diocese. Now, many of you may be saying, wait a minute here, I really don't want to go out in the public square and proclaim the gospel. I really don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. Well, perhaps that's not your calling, but there is a need to know how to proclaim the gospel. Statistics show us that 41% of those who've raised Catholic have lost the church, so you may have members of your own family who need the gospel reproclaimed to them. 69% of Catholics don't even believe in the real presence in the Eucharist. And for every new Catholic that joins the Catholic Church, 6 leave. So there's an opportunity to evangelize or spread the good news or tell about God right within your own families. And learning techniques of how to do this are something that we're not all taught and can be very valuable. So if you're curious at this point and you're asking yourself, well, how do I do this? How do I share the gospel? I'm not a trained theologian. I haven't studied. I haven't memorized the Bible chapter and verse. Well, we're going to follow how God reveals himself. And part of what we're going to be learning in the process when St. Paul Evangelization Center comes here is to learn some of these techniques. So how does God do this? Well, God meets us where we're at. He doesn't just force himself in. He addresses real needs. He addresses the concerns that we have today. It's incarnational. It's present with us. And he forms a relationship with us. Relationship building is the key to all of this. Understanding the person, knowing somebody, listening to them. And then he presents information after he's formed a relationship in a structured and systematic way. This is what most people think of as evangelization, but really the first 3 steps are very critical and the heart and soul of evangelization. And finally, by doing this and developing the relationship, this interaction with each other, God's interaction with us and our interaction with each other can be self-perpetuating through the relationships that we have built. The Diocese of Harrisburg has partnered with the St. Paul Street Evangelization Center in Michigan to offer 2 opportunities to all members of our diocese to learn more about evangelization. The first will be on Saturday, April 27th at St. Columba Catholic Church in Bloomsburg, and on Saturday, May 4th at St. Joseph Catholic Church in Danville. This is free to all members of the Diocese of Harrisburg. It's a full day of workshops and materials and a live practice of what you're learning. If you have questions, contact the Diocese of Harrisburg at the below email address on the left. If you'd like more information about the St. Paul Center, there's a link in the center there. And if you'd like to register for either one or both of these events, either use the QR code that's in the center of this slide or go to www.hbgdiocese.org/SPSE. May God bless you and give you the strength to spread the word of the gospel.